Welcome everyone to Kingdom Hearts Key. That's what that symbol means. It means key back cover. Or X back cover. Whatever. I'm probably going to pronounce it as X. Kingdom Hearts X back cover. We are going to watch this. This is an hour-long movie. I have no idea what it's about. I just know it's set really far in the past. I'm possibly following maybe some old Keyblade Masters or something like that. Like the things they always talk about. They're always talking about the Keyblade Masters and stuff, the old ones. So I have no idea. But the only thing I've seen from this is like images of it, and the images are super weird. Like the clothing that they wear is like so bizarre. But we'll see. I'm just gonna jump right into it, and I'll be talking throughout all of it, like I did with like 358 over 2 days and Recoded and stuff. Those were awesome movies. So we'll see what this one has in store for us. The world was pure darkness, but okay, well, I guess I'm not reading that. Oh, this is the art from... So this is a mobile game. The art that you're seeing right now is from a mobile game. I think it was called just Kingdom Hearts Key, Kingdom Hearts X, something like that. I don't remember what it was called. But you can play it on your phone. And, no, is it a phone game? Maybe it's maybe it's a browser game. It might be a browser game. I don't know. It's some sort of game that you can, like, create your own characters. You get your own Keyblade. Like, you get to dress your characters and make them look however you want. That kind of thing. I don't know anything about it at all. I've never played it. I've never even seen anything about it, really. I only learned of its existence because I was looking at what is on this disc, and it kind of explained what was on it. Here, let me look it up real quick. Kingdom Hearts back cover. I don't know what the heck is up with the words. We're definitely not going to be reading these words. They're going by way too quickly for me to try to read out to you. If you want to read them, you can watch this later on and pause them. Maybe I'll do that later as myself. So this is based on... This is a companion piece to Kingdom Hearts X, or Chi, or Key. So that symbol can mean Chi, C-H-I, or Key. Which is... Let's see. It's an online browser game. Sorry, it's not a mobile game. It's an online browser game. So you can go play this game right now if you want to. Exclusive to PC browsers. It's free to play. Free to play, and it's set before the events of the Keyblade War. So that's why there's so many different Keyblade wielders. The art, I don't like the art at all. I think it's pretty bad. I don't like the art. It's pretty silly looking, the art. It's not bad, but it's silly looking for the game itself. But you can go play it for free, and it's a prologue even to Birth by Sleep, just like this is. So. Recognize these. Their coats are so shiny with this quality.
So that makes you the indisposable number 7. Huh. Come on, it's simple. U6 plus me is 7. Wait, don't tell me I don't count.
No.
Wait. Okay. I was going to say, they're not... Are they organization members? They're not.
Here, take it.
In the master's playful and
That looks like
mischievous way,
Xehanort's
he
Keyblade.
gave his apprentice Lucio a very important role. What seemed like a simple task was the element that would connect all of the events to come.
That is Xehanort's Keyblade. It doesn't just look like it. It is Xehanort's Keyblade.
Long, long ago, all the worlds were still one. One day, This would be called the Age of Fairy Tales. It all began here.
This is also the only game, the only movie thing.
The Master of Masters had an eye that gazes into the future.
That wasn't just a remaster version of a game.
He bestowed upon 5 of his 6 apprentices a copy of the Book of Prophecies, in which was written the events to come.
Unlike the other, like 358 over 2 days and Recoded, which were, you know, remasterings. This was specifically made to be a movie to watch, which is, I think, is really cool. I'm excited to see what they do with it. The people who make Kingdom Hearts made a little movie. It's so fun.
So, did you look through the book?
Yes. But I'm still
Look at that
analyzing
clothing.
Wow, no quick skim for you, huh?
it. I just prefer to be
Is a
thorough.
unicorn.
Master, is what it says in the last passage true?
Oh yeah, that. Bummer, huh?
Yes.
By the way, if one day I suddenly disappear, I'm counting on you to keep the others calm, okay?
Huh? Disappear?
Vanish, dim, fade, tap. I don't know how to explain it. It's just hypothetical talk.
Okay.
This world is full of light. It's a world comprised of many smaller worlds, all connected, stretching as far as the eye can see. One great light protects us all throughout this vast land. All worlds share one light, one fate.
I take it you're talking about Kingdom Hearts.
Yep, you're right on the money. People believe that the light that is Kingdom Hearts will be here forever. But if it were to disappear, the world would be enveloped in darkness.
I understand. That is why you granted us these Keyblades. With these, we can spread the teachings of light. And we can protect Kingdom Hearts from darkness.
No, they're not for protecting Kingdom Hearts.
Huh?
The final passage reads, "On that fated land, a great war shall transpire. Darkness will prevail, and the light expire."
Isn't
That's
it
a
our
prophecy?
duty as Keyblade wielders to prevent this war from taking place?
Not possible.
What?
You really think you can change the future?
Then, what do you want us to do?
We have to focus on what comes after. There's no use thinking of ways to change events that we know are gonna happen.
But what about all of those who are here now? And the ones who will be here when the darkness finally comes? Are we to abandon all of them?
Come on, are you telling me that you think the world can be saved by just 7 people?
We have to at least try. With enough Keyblade wielders, we could...
Well, if you want to give it a shot.
Yes.
Alrighty, good luck.
Okay. Was he trying to convince us, like with reverse psychology, or something? Yeah. So in Dream Drop Distance, they mention that is an awesome Keyblade. Oh my gosh, it's got a
And
unicorn
so
on
the
it.
reliable
That's
hero,
awesome.
Who wore the mask of the unicorn, was given his role to take over for the master and to lead the others. Similarly, the virtuous Envy, who wore the mask of the snake, was given her role to watch over the others with a fair eye.
In Dream Drop Distance, they mentioned there are 7
The fearless Aced, who wore the mask of the bear,
Keyblade wielders of light
was given his role to support their brand new leader,
and
Ira.
13 of darkness. 7 of light and 13 of
The
darkness.
prudent Ava, who wore the mask of the fox, was given her role to prepare exceptional Keyblade wielders for the world after. The cool-headed Gula, who wore the mask of the leopard, was given his role to uncover the mystery of the Book of Prophecies.
Their clothing is pretty dang
Mushu,
cool.
the first of the apprentices to be given their role, watched his companions from afar as they learned what it was that they were meant to do. Then, he disappeared.
Lushu. Why's he got Xehanort's Keyblade, huh?
Not long after that, the master vanished, dimmed, and faded without a trace.
I don't trust anyone with Organization 13 clothing. Is this Radiant Garden? It looks like Radiant Garden. A little bit.
This is where your story began. The story of your very own adventure.
Oh.
5 of the Master's apprentices armed themselves with the Book of Prophecies. They each created a union. This would fulfill his wishes. Then, they set out to rally Keyblade wielders just like you. By defeating Heartless, the monsters of darkness, they would gather light.
Kingdom Hearts back cover. And they actually put the little chi thing afterwards. So Kingdom Hearts chi back cover. So I guess that's kind of like, they're speaking to us as like, the you went on in your story. So it's like, you went and played Kingdom Hearts chi, apparently, and
There's a traitor among us.
took part of everything.
Are you certain? What proof do you have?
I found this sniffing around.
Is that a dark Cherothy? Is that a nightmare?
A Dream Eater? Oh, the Dream Eaters. From Dream Drop Distance. They're not just in Dream Drop Distance. That actually makes me happier.
Master, did you make this?
It's
so
it is very cute.
Well, things are gonna get pretty hectic around here soon. But this spirit Cherothy is gonna make your lives much easier. Hopefully.
Spirit?
You could say they're like cats or dogs. And they'll be your loyal pets. Every wielder will have one of these adorable little guys at their side. They're here to help, so play nice.
Okay.
Oh, right. Before I forget. If a wielder is overcome by malice, or rather if their heart is tainted by darkness, their adorable little spirit will turn dark and become a nightmare.
So you're telling us that if we see a nightmare,
Someone has fallen into darkness.
Exactly. And if you don't stop this renegade spirit, it'll plant darkness in the hearts of others.
Don't be mean to
And
it.
you'll have an army of nightmares on your hands. Beware.
Why is it in a
So,
bottle that I can't get out
If we
of?
see one of these nightmares anywhere, we have to get rid of it on the spot.
No! I won't let you do that!
No wonder you ended up as the bear. You're scary.
Your point?
Maybe you can growl at them.
Don't insult me!
Come on, Hassan. You won't know if it works unless you try.
I kind
Please tell me you're joking.
of like how the
It's not me!
spirits and nightmares are a part of it
There's
still.
an easy way to
They
solve
aren't
this.
just for Dream Drop Distance.
If we all summon our spirits, then
I
we'll
hope they're
know.
not in Kingdom Hearts 3, really, but
Unfortunately, there are countless wielders in our unions. It would be easy for any of us to summon a Cherothy that isn't a nightmare. I'm afraid that your suggestion wouldn't help us get to the bottom of this.
Yeah, in that case, who's to say that the nightmare you saw belongs to one of us? It could belong to anyone in our unions.
that's highly unlikely. Do you recall the tool the wielders were given in order to make them stronger? We generally don't concern ourselves with what they have at their disposal. However, I believe those tools were the nightmare's doing.
The bangles. I know when they're equipped, they have the power to collect dark energy. But I thought we all agreed that was okay.
Collecting is fine, but using that power is the equivalent of using the power of darkness.
It's a brilliant plan. Everyone knows that all spirits look the same, and wielders exist in spades. There's no way to tell.
Oh no. Everyone's already equipped their bangles.
bangle is such a weird word.
So what now?
I can't take
How
the
do we
word
find
bangle
out who's
seriously.
behind this?
Seeing as those bangles
Reminds
couldn't
me
have
of like the
been acquired by
90s
just
and the
anyone,
80s.
I believe it's one of us here in this
People
room.
wearing bangles.
No, Ira. I respectfully disagree. What proof do we have that the Bangles are tied to the power of darkness, or if a nightmare is to blame? We shouldn't simply jump to conclusions.
Ira, some leader you are. You've managed to plant seeds of doubt in all of us with that speech. What, did you expect the traitor to give themselves up with that accusation of yours? That was foolish.
Aced, that's quite enough.
It looks to me like the Master made the wrong choice.
Wait, where do you think you're going?
Maybe we're supposed to be
I think we're done here.
guessing this whole time who the traitor
I trust
is.
you'll keep us all updated.
Someone is the traitor. It's gotta be, and we're gonna find out who.
I hope we can all resolve this soon.
I think we're supposed to suspect the bear. Right now I'm suspecting the unicorn, unfortunately.
That didn't go as expected.
What's wrong, Ira? This isn't like you.
A lost page. Something's missing from our Book of Prophecies. Each of our copies were said to contain the events of the future. But this incident, well, it's nowhere to be found.
And how does this whole thing with the traitor tie together?
Like I said, it's nowhere to be found. In my book.
Ira, are you implying that someone is in possession of the missing page? And the person with the complete book is the traitor?
There is something going on, and a page is suspiciously missing from the book. It's not so far-fetched to assume that the one who has the lost page has been turned. That they have fallen into the
Unless they
hands
were
of
smart and took
darkness.
the page out of their book
Trust
also,
me.
which they probably would have.
There seems to be no record of it in my book either. You may be onto something. I
No.
wonder, could this have been the Master's plan
They
all
definitely would have.
along?
I mean, if you were to do that, you would definitely
To
take out your
bring
own
the
page
lost
too.
page to only one of us.
Oh.
We have no way of knowing. The Master is gone.
I understand what you're saying. I promise to keep a close eye on the others. I will keep you informed, as always.
Thanks.
Of course. After all, that is what the Master asked of me.
Maybe I'm suspicious of her.
And Ira, may your heart be your guiding key.
Oh, hey, it's that phrase. Case of envy.
So, to sum it up, I'll need you to observe the others. Easy
He's
breezy.
written out the gear.
All right.
Like I said, Ira may have to take over for me. But don't be shy. Just be fair. And do not be afraid to speak up. Even though I say observe, you'll need to be the mediator. Make sure people get along.
I understand. But without you or Luciu, to form and maintain our own unions it's a little unnerving, to be honest.
Oh, come on. Lighten up a little. Maybe I'll never disappear. Wait. Do you want me to go?
This guy is
What?
such a
No,
freak.
of course not.
I was just kidding.
Oh,
You're
I
not
see.
you're not very pleasant to
Look.
hear from, dude.
I get that change can be hard for everyone, but things need to keep moving forward. And you need to keep up. Otherwise, you'll just get left behind, all alone. Now that you know what the future holds, Envy, what does your heart say? May your heart be your guiding key. I say it all the time. You ultimately need to do what your heart feels is right.
Is he saying that he started that saying? And that gear said case of envy, so that's envy, the snake.
I was wrong about Ira. I thought he would make a great leader, but he let me down. Well, what do you two think? You don't believe what Ira said, do you?
Of course not. His argument was unconvincing. It's like Envy said. He's just making baseless assumptions given the situation. There's no evidence to tie his accusations to anyone, let alone one of us.
Maybe there's something he hasn't told us.
And he needs to tell
She seems
us.
all innocent. I'm
How dare
suspicious
you
of
look
her
at us
too.
with suspicion? We're his comrades.
I wouldn't call us comrades. Anyway, could you get to the point? I know you didn't call us here just to complain.
I want the three of us to form an alliance.
But alliances are forbidden, us said.
I knew it. I had a feeling it would come to this. So, we join forces, then confront Ira?
Confronting him is pointless. Ira won't change his mind.
Mutiny.
I know there's darkness at work. There's no question. But I don't believe for a second there's a traitor among us. Unfortunately, Ira doesn't share the same belief. He's just wasting time trying to figure out who the traitor is. The darkness won't wait, and neither should we. We need to band together now and find a way to fight it.
Guess it makes sense.
I agree that we need to do something to fight the darkness. But combining our unions? That was strictly forbidden by the Master.
He's no longer here.
I'm in. But let's be clear. The alliance is just between the two of us right now. I don't want my union members involved.
Gula!
I think in the game itself you choose a union to join. I would choose the unicorn probably.
I want to follow the Master's teachings.
That's like part of the game is choosing a
Understood.
union.
That's your choice to make. You should do whatever you feel is right.
Yeah.
By the way, Ased, do Ira and Envy know?
I haven't talked to Ira about it for obvious reasons, but I did ask Envy to join us.
You wanted to see me? Gula, Ava, what are you doing here? What's the meaning of this?
Hear me out, Envy. I want an alliance among our unions. Gula here has already agreed. Will you join us? And together we can...
And disobey the Master's teachings?
We don't have a choice. Darkness is approaching, and we need to combine our strength to stand against it.
The Master bestowed each of us with a different role, and he specifically told us to keep our unions separate, to maintain the balance of power. He told us that any imbalance would lead to a desire for more power, which leads to darkness. I know you haven't forgotten. Perhaps it's you who has been tainted by darkness.
I think that's a little bit too obvious.
I'm tainted by darkness? Then what about you, Envy? You spy on us and report everything you see back to Ira. You really think you have no darkness in your heart after what you did?
Because that is my role.
To observe us, yes, but not to disclose everything we say and do to Ira.
That's...
For all we know, you and Ira could be allies, scheming behind our backs.
that's enough.
I'm suspicious of this girl. She's too innocent. The one back there. She's totally going to be the one that's the traitor. The only ones I know for sure, it's probably not
When will it stop?
that leopard guy or
I don't want us to turn
bear.
against each other.
Master Alva.
Oh, hello. Your name is Ephemer, right?
Uh-huh. Hey, can I join you?
Uh-huh.
there's some very
Why the
messy
long
hair.
face? Did something
And a
happen?
freaking scarf bandana kind of thing.
Long day. Do you remember what you asked me before? About why the unions compete against each other instead of working together. Actually, I always wondered the same thing.
Huh? Isn't it just because the master said so?
Yeah, just cause.
Yes.
Just cause.
And as such, we must obey. The Master said so, so it is. Lately, I've really started to
I have
wonder.
a feeling the master is not a good person
You once told me that you were looking for answers.
in some way.
That you wanted to solve the mysteries of this world. Well, I think that's how things should be. We need to question things and
This is really pretty.
think for ourselves.
Like the shot
Whoa.
there was really pretty.
You are really not yourself today. I guess even foretellers have their off days. Hey, maybe talking about the book will cheer you up.
Not a chance.
Aww.
You were trying to pull a fast one on me, weren't you?
Oh, no, I was joking.
If you say so. But to be honest, I think it would be great if all the unions could work together and be friends.
You know, I made a friend from another union today.
Good.
Wasn't much of a talker, maybe just shy. We're meeting again tomorrow.
That sounds like so much fun. Then you'd better go home and get some
It's
sleep.
the middle of the day.
Okay.
I'm not sleeping in the middle of the day.
Well, it was nice talking to you. I don't know what's got you down, but please cheer up.
Thank you. If the worst happens, I'll be glad to leave the future to the kids who see the world in the way that you do. Let the wind
So they just
carry you
do
far,
they-
far away,
they usually not
my dandelions.
talk to each other. People in the unions usually just don't talk to each other or be friends with each other at all. That seems counterintuitive. Don't they all live in the same place?
Envy. Have you learned something?
It seems Ased and Gula's unions are now allied.
So Ased is the traitor after all.
No, I don't believe he is.
Why's that?
To Ased, unification is a means of gathering strength to oppose the darkness.
What are those vials
So I
filled with?
believe his heart still belongs
It's like
to the
random
light.
colored liquids.
Even so, forming alliances was strictly forbidden by the Master.
Yes, and his teachings are absolute. That's why I will try and persuade Gula to dissolve their alliance.
Then I'll do it.
No. Please, let me do the talking. Your intervention will do nothing more than spur Ased's anger.
All right. I'll leave it to you.
And one more thing. Ased has begun to question the two of us. As a precaution, my reports will be less frequent. I don't want him to get the wrong idea. Please understand.
Yes, I do.
Those things. Those are in the Book of Prophecy. A few months later.
I think I'm done.
Done with what?
The Alliance. I think it's time to call it quits.
For what reason?
To put it
That
simply,
light's so nice.
I entered this alliance thinking we were preparing to fight some impending darkness, but it hasn't come. In fact, there haven't been any suspicious incidents recently, and you haven't rallied anyone else to your cause.
Yeah, but
This alliance is meaningless. Even Envy agrees. Oh,
Envy?
uh-oh. You weren't supposed to find out.
Is Envy the one who told you to break our alliance?
Maybe. But I'm the one who decided to do it. And I've already told you why.
Oh no.
But we don't even know who the traitor is yet!
And that's exactly why.
He's so much smaller and tinier.
I
This
just
guy's huge.
can't trust anyone but myself.
Of course they made the
Don't you
bear
realize you won't
gigantic.
stand a chance against the darkness on your own?
Sorry, my mind's made up.
They just wear this stuff at all times. Just no matter where they go. They're not allowed to show their faces at all.
You will regret this.
Those are some gritted teeth if I've ever seen them. The gritted Sora was like doing that kind of like gritted teeth thing at the end of Birth by Sleep Fragmentary Passage. And it was like super weird how Case of Aced. Oh, so that's like that's the title of this chapter, I guess. That's cool.
No.
I like how they did that. That's awesome. Their teeth are like a little bit maybe too detailed.
You didn't forget, did you? You're the one who called me here.
Lighten up! I was just kidding. I didn't forget. Give me a little credit here. I was just testing you.
Right.
Now then, allow me to tell you about your role. You're going to be Ira's right-hand man.
What? Ira's right-hand man? What do you mean?
Well, Ira's gonna be the new leader after I'm gone, you see.
That crown is in the Book of Prophecies.
Don't disappoint.
I want to read the Book of
Explain
Prophecies.
to me,
The
Master.
Book of Prophecies.
What do you mean Ira's going to be leader?
What? Is that disappointment I hear? Did you want to be leader?
No! I mean, if you had asked me to be the leader, that's a different story, but I wasn't trying.
You really want to be leader, huh?
Well...
I know you want it, but that just isn't enough. Any chump can say, here's a huge promotion, good job, and make you head honcho. But enthusiasm alone doesn't make a great
This
leader.
guy seems like he's from the
Ira
future.
needs someone like you to give him a push in the right direction.
I agree. Ira is definitely the most worthy among us. I'm sure he'll make a fine leader.
Then it's settled.
Wait, I agreed that he is worthy. But why do we need a new leader, Master? Does that mean you will no longer be teaching us?
Well, I might disappear one day.
I can't tell if we've heard his voice before. His voice sounds sort of familiar. But there's so many people with these cloaks and so many
I might
voices.
disappear.
Disappear? Why? Where?
Guy is so
Speak up sooner
over the
after
top.
listening. It was embarrassing for me. Anyway, I don't know if I'm gonna disappear or not. It's anyone's guess right now.
But
I can't tell who the voice is if we've heard them before. But they seem like they're from the
He's
future,
quite
the way they
serious.
talk.
He's always just thinking and thinking and thinking behind that unicorn mask. of his. So everyone will be counting on
I love
you
that the
to
unicorn's
spread
the leader. That's
direction.
awesome.
right.
You might not be entirely happy with your role, but just know that it's the most important one. Capiche?
Capiche?
Not sure
Oh yeah,
I
he's
elaborate.
definitely from the
Making
future.
Ira the leader is all good in theory, but sometime later you might think, he's terrible at this. In which case it'll be your job to step up. Who knows? Your leadership might be just what everyone needs. And that is your true role.
Well, that was a bad role to give him. Because now he thinks he can
May
just
your
take over
heart
whenever he
be your
wants.
Guiding key. Best of luck, I said.
This guy is just trying to wreak havoc, I think. He brought the Book of Prophecies back.
It's been over a year since the Master left. It's time for me to fulfill my true role.
Oh geez, this fight music. Oh no. I like her Keyblade a lot too. I like all of these Keyblades with like their little symbols on them and stuff. With the animal that they're representing. I wonder why they went with the unicorn. The unicorn is like... I mean, I love it. That makes me happy. But it's weird that they went with the unicorn and all the other ones are real animals. Oop, sorry.
Don't be so conceited.
Need to keep pressing the Joy-Con, the joystick. Sorry.
Just like the master told us to. You need to come to your senses.
If we don't do something, light will expire. Then we won't be able to avoid the grim future that awaits. We need to defy the Master's teachings to protect
He's
the world.
crying.
You're saying he was wrong?
He's not here anymore. I won't let his prophecy come true. I won't let the world fall into darkness.
I mean, I guess his intentions. His intentions are technically good, but jeez, dude. Be a little bit less crazy, maybe. Oh my gosh. He's got a cape.
Ava, over here!
Envy! Assad! What's going on?
The leopard
I
laughed.
found out who the traitor is. Regrettably.
Maybe the leopard is the traitor
That's
then.
not true!
Ava, there's no time to lose.
He was so nonchalant. Maybe, I guess that kind of, yeah, that makes sense.
May my heart be my guiding key.
Oh, that's not great. Whoa. Dang. That's some destruction you got going on there. Giselle and I just watched the Avengers over again, and like, yes, they're heroes, but they're like destroying New York City basically, and now they're like going around destroying this town. These guys. Yeah, okay. So the leopard, I guess, is the traitor, okay. The one I said, oh, I know he's not the traitor, probably. Whoops.
Master. Master? If you're busy, I can always come back later.
Sure. Oh, no, stay.
This guy's so annoying.
Now where? Ah, here it is.
Oh, he's ripping all the pages. Oh. And giving them to him? Oh, okay. This is not a traitor, necessarily.
What's this?
Go on, read it.
This is from the Book of Prophecies. But
Yep. It's a page that's not in any of your books.
and what's written here is
Your role. You must find the traitor hidden among you and stop
Oh,
them before
maybe
it's
he
too
isn't the
late.
traitor.
And in order to help you find the traitor,
I get it. That's why you gave us all different roles, isn't it?
He just has the page.
If anyone deviates
They're
from
not the
job
same
they're
thing.
given,
Person with the page is not the
we can
traitor.
easily conclude that they are the traitor. It's brilliant.
way to steal my thunder, show off.
Huh?
It's not fair. My plan was supposed to blow your mind with its grandeur. Your jaw should have hit the floor at my sheer genius.
This guy has way too much personality.
Sorry.
Come on now. I'm sorry.
Was my logic flawed?
Oh, you were right. So, I guess now you've earned your time in the limelight. Even though there is a traitor, act normal and keep focused. Trust no one but yourself.
Wish I could read. Oof. My leg's getting a little bit uncomfortable sitting in this position for, I guess, for 7
There's no
hours
one but
yesterday.
myself.
7 hours yesterday and then tonight as well. I'll be glad to have a break from sitting in this position tomorrow. We're gonna skip even farther ahead, maybe? Nope. Oh, they didn't like imprison him or something?
Do you want to know what my role is?
Huh?
The books we were given are incomplete. There's a lost page.
Lost page?
It's
On
not
that page,
lost.
it is written that there is a traitor.
He literally ripped it out and gave it to you.
The master told me to find and stop that person.
I called you my comrade. But never again, Gula. It doesn't matter to me if you think I am the traitor and you want to strike me down. You knew there was a traitor and you just watched silently as we fought each other. And I won't forgive you for that.
You can barely stay on your feet. Just give up already.
Don't you underestimate me!
Oh, jeez. So they'd all just, like, beat him up and then he went and collapsed on a pile of boxes? Oh, no. That's bad timing.
Please stop!
Bad timing for her to see that. I mean, I don't think he's the traitor, obviously.
You too, huh?
Well, she just saw you strike him down without any, like, context. I guess they just, like, fought him off and he, like, maybe ran off. And collapsed in these boxes and something. I don't know. I thought they would, like, imprison him or something.
Why? Why did it have to come to this?
I like how you can, like, see the damage on him, like his sweat marks and his, like, bruises and stuff. It's like detail.
Time to finish me off and make it quick.
That's not what brought me here today. I wish to fulfill the role bestowed upon me. That's all. It isn't our place to try to change the events of the future. That is not our mission. We're here to make sure that light lives on. With only 5 lights, we can't afford to lose any.
You still count me as one of the 5 lights?
Of course.
Only you could be such a good guy after everything we've been through. But hey, I guess that's one of the reasons I respect you so much. However,
Doesn't really.
we still might only be 4.
Oh, jeez.
I'm talking about Gula. He's using the knowledge of something called the Lost Page.
Oh,
He said
jeez.
that it contains events that are missing from all of our books. He's using it to discover and apprehend whoever is the traitor. Claims that's his role. But who knows what his real intentions are? What I do know is that I'll never forgive him for hiding the fact that he knew someone would betray us. That's the biggest betrayal of all.
Well, I mean, if he said something, that would probably
I'd
be
like
not
to
turn
believe
out
that
well,
Gula
right?
was
Either.
Simply carrying out his role.
Probably wouldn't have turned out well. If you just announced, like,
Asek,
someone's gonna betray
I'll
us.
deal with this matter. Please keep it to yourself for now.
Understood.
I need to see that lost page.
Nice bow tie close-up shot. A few days later.
Why did you tell Ira? It had to be you, because you were the only one who knew where we were hiding. Didn't you think for a second that your actions could be making things worse than they already are?
And why should that even bother you? Not only do you have your union, but you've also gathered the finest Keyblade wielders from other unions, and you're training them in a secret location, aren't you?
Yes, because that is my rule!
I had no idea. I apologize. I overstepped.
No. I shouldn't have snapped at you
What a
either.
quick apology. She actually learned information, took it in, and apologized for being wrong.
What did Ira want?
Sounds good.
I don't know exactly. He just asked me to give up Gula. His eyes, they were scary.
So maybe
I was worried he'd do something
the
awful.
unicorn is the traitor after
I knew
all.
I couldn't tell him where Gula was. Then he turned around and walked away.
I see. And Gula? How is he doing?
I don't know.
Yeah, I can still hear.
He's
I'm gonna go
gone.
get some more water real quick. Be right back.
Someone's coming. They're headed straight this way.
Take care of him. Ira? Is something wrong?
I know Gula's here.
What?
Tell me where he is.
But why? What are you going to do?
None of your concern.
Sorry, my chair's so loud. Ugh.
What?
I won't let
I
you
really
leave it.
needed a better chair.
So that's it. All right. I'll go.
This is a super old chair that we got from a thrift store. I would like to get a better one, actually buy a better one at some point. I probably will. I'm going to start doing freelancing pretty soon for the job that I currently do, retouching. The minute when I get some more extra money from that, I'll probably be spending more time in the chair, editing
Something
and
happened?
retouching. So I'll probably buy myself a
Ira
new
was
chair.
here. He wanted me to give you up.
I knew it.
Like, hopefully a really nice one.
It's finally come to this.
Come to what?
Everyone wants to know about the lost page.
You
The
you shouldn't have
lost
told
page?
anyone about it.
Yeah. It's a page the Master gave me. It doesn't exist in any of our books. It contains a passage about an inevitable betrayal. It talks about the one who bears the sigil. That's it.
That bears the sigil.
So, I don't know what to make of it, to be honest. My role is to find out who it is. I suspected a said and went to confront him. And look what happened.
You shouldn't have told him about the page, you
Why are you
doofus.
telling me this, Gula? I have enough to think about, keeping with the Master's teachings and my role.
Always walking the straight and narrow.
No,
I'm a fool for basing my
she's
actions
totally
on
the
what's written on that law.
the traitor.
Everything in the passage is ambiguous.
She's the least
at
obvious
best.
choice.
That's why. I need to find out.
But how?
By asking the Master.
But he's not here anymore.
I'm going to summon Kingdom Hearts.
Oh, jeez.
What?
Then he'll have no choice but to come back.
Summoning Kingdom Hearts is forbidden!
That's exactly why. The only way to get him back is to break the rules. If things don't change, the entire world is doomed. But in order to go through with it, I'll need Lux. I don't have nearly enough. You always do the right thing. Help me with this.
I'm sorry. I know you want the Master to return. But you don't know how summoning Kingdom Hearts will affect the rest of the world. The Master, he forbid it for a reason.
Yeah, no one good has ever tried to summon Kingdom
I'm afraid
Hearts.
I can't help you.
I see. May your heart be your guiding key.
He's gonna go do it anyway, isn't he?
Ghoul is on a mission to collect Lux.
Lux?
Ah. That explains why Ased and Ira are as well. They're trying to maintain the balance.
Lux. What is Lux?
But that isn't the balance we were expected to keep. If everyone's collecting light
Light. Well,
solely for themselves,
Lux means light, but how do they
Keyblade
collect
wielders
Lux?
will soon turn against one another, which will lead to the Keyblade War.
And what's written in the book, all of it will happen.
Light will expire.
Envy, what are you going to do?
I'll gather Lux too. No matter what, the balance must be kept. Ava, you do the same. We must delay the inevitable.
Right.
What does collecting Lux mean? It might be something related to the game, maybe? Something that you have to do in the game? That's so pretty. What a nice fountain. What? Oh, here we go. Here's her conversation with the master, apparently. The Case of Ava. I like it pronounces Ava better, but Ava is the way they pronounce it, I guess.
What's written in the last page of the book is gonna happen. The entire world will be lost to darkness.
But Master, isn't there anything we can do?
Well, that's what brings me to your role. You might just be the only hope of keeping light from expiring.
Hope? Master, what is it that you need me to do? Oh,
Don't get involved in any battles. Forget the notion of unions. Find Keyblade wielders with potential and create an entirely separate organization. Then, like the seeds of a dandelion, let them fly to another world. They will keep the light alive.
So she's supposed to find really great Keyblade
really
wielders
think
and
that
scatter them
I'm the
as
right
an
person for
organization to
Ava, you're the
keep
only
things
person
going.
for this.
this? I understand.
Nice. Well, that makes sense. It makes sense why the others would be, like,
Today you're
annoyed
here
with her for doing that.
to continue with your training for our mission.
Like the snake, just envy,
This
just...
session may seem like it's familiar to you, but in a world that is
It's
different,
like, why are you doing that?
one made of dreams,
They're all so weird looking.
you are our hope. A war will soon wage. Those who strive to protect the light will turn their weapons on their allies for the sake of loyalty to their own unions. To be honest,
That one looks a little bit like Aqua.
I don't know how far I can guide all of
Might just be the haircut, though.
What you must remember is that anyone can lose themselves to the darkness. However, there will be
That
no
one kid's like
winners.
wearing a bow tie with his
Everything
collar
will be
popped.
lost. Except all of you who are the seeds of hope. When the time comes, and there is war, you mustn't fight, but instead you must fly away from here to the world outside. This training is to help you fulfill this crucial task. The future is in all your hands, as is the world's light. May your hearts be your guiding key.
A couple of them are wearing the same exact kind of backpack. Ooh, it's the case of Lucia. Luciu, who went away, I guess, is what they said.
The gazing eye?
It's not what it's called.
Oh, what then?
Actually, no name.
No name.
Well, gazing or not.
Looks kind of like it has a dragon on the hilt or
that
something.
Keyblade does have an eye in it. My eye, to be exact.
Ew! Oh, you think that's gross, do ya?
No.
Yeah.
This music is crazy.
Anyway, about your role.
This
You
music
need
that's
to
happening
pass
right now.
down that Keyblade to your apprentice and then him to his, so that my eye can see the future.
Oh.
So the Book of Prophecies.
That's why it's Xehanort's Keyblade.
Bingo. The fact that it exists is proof of your success.
Wow.
That means you've trained a worthy apprentice.
That's awesome.
Passed down that handsome Keyblade. And fulfilled your role. Congratulations!
What the oh my
What's the
gosh.
matter?
This guy's personality
Come
is
on,
crazy.
You did a fantastic job. At least smile a little.
You've already done a
haven't done
you've already done a
anything.
fantastic job. Good job.
Good point. Guess you'd better get started then. Unfortunately, you'll have to go alone from here on out. No Book of Prophecies to keep you company either. I can't have you causing any temporal paradoxes. But hey,
Okay, so he's not
know
from the
you'd be
future.
Just fine without it, right?
Do I really have to go alone? What about the others?
Minor details, so don't sweat it. For now, you, that Keyblade, and this box need to stay out of sight. Just watch with your own eyes, and my eye, of course, as things unfold between the others. Then, when the time is right, go off and do your thing.
What's in it?
It's a secret. And, well, you see, the thing is, you can never, ever open it.
Great. Now I really want to know.
Well, duh.
All right. I'll indulge you. But this secret stays between the two of us, and you have to promise never to open the box.
I promise.
I bet we're gonna see this box in Kingdom Hearts 3 at some point. What I want to hear. So maybe that's so cool.
But
so
why?
Xehanort eventually gets it.
You'll see.
Maybe that's why the book ends in darkness. The Book of Prophecies ends in darkness taking over, because Xehanort gets it eventually, and Xehanort's trying to do nothing but make darkness be a thing forever. So whoever he passes it on to someone else, and who passes it on to Xehanort eventually. That's really, really cool. I like that.
May my heart be my guiding
I actually really
key.
like that a lot as a storytelling kind of thing. That his eye is in the Keyblade. Reconnect Kingdom Hearts. Is that the end? Wait. Is that the end? What? How is that the end? We didn't find out who the traitor was. Or what happens. Or how the Keyblade War came to be. Well, geez. Okay, well that's a thing, apparently. Maybe there was no traitor? Maybe there's probably going to be a cutscene after the credits. I love how Organization 13's song is playing right now. That's really interesting. I'm really super curious what happened to these guys. And I'm curious if we'll see their symbols in the future in Kingdom Hearts 3. Maybe Sora will come across this collection of or maybe he'll come across the Book of Prophecies. Maybe he'll come across this collection of Keyblades that are have animal heads on them, or I don't know. But I really, really like that Luciu has that Keyblade, and then so the guy who's not from the future. But I really want to know who the identity of the master is now. That was such a tease. It was really, really short for the story, because it was such a tease. I want to know what happens next. Who is the master? Who the frick is that? Because he sounds familiar, and he sounds crazy. He's genuinely nuts with the way he acts and stuff. And then, who is the traitor, if there was one? How does the Keyblade War come to be? Who does Lucio train? How long does it take? I don't know when this takes place. Like, if there's an actual like year that is like in the description of like the game or whatever that like tells you how long before Birth by Sleep it is. So how long it's been, and how many people are in between Lucio and Xehanort. Maybe Xehanort gave it directly to. Sorry, maybe Lucio gave it directly to Xehanort. Probably not. It seems like there's probably more in between. But his eye is still in the Keyblade, so it like follows and it can see into the future because he has one eye attached to the Keyblade, and that's really cool. That makes me very happy. That's a thing. I really want to know more though. That was such a. It was just such a little. I was just like felt like a vignette of like a story. Like the story is really cool actually. Like I'm kind of surprised at like how into that I got. For me personally, I don't know how anybody else watching this feels, but I just feel like I super got into that. Like maybe not necessarily the characters individually because we didn't really spend a lot of time with any of them to really learn too much about them. We kind of learned a little bit about each of them, especially the bear, Aced, and. I mean, honestly, we spent about the same amount of time with all of them, I guess. I feel like I want to learn more about them each individually. So maybe not individually, I feel like super connected to it, but like the story in general is really cool to see. The beginnings of this order, it seems like. Does this all stem from this master guy? So that's where I'm stuck with this, I think, because that's where I'm like, I want to know more. I want to know what the heck is happening, because the master seems to have started all of this. I mean, he's the one who created these unions and gave them their leaders, the animal people, gave them roles to play, gave them the Book of Prophecies, and he's the one who got the stuff from the Book of Prophecies because of his eye traveling on this Keyblade into the future, basically. This Keyblade lasts on up until Xehanort. And so does that mean that he set this entire thing in motion? That crazy nutso guy right there that we just met, the master, apparently set all of this in motion? I'm just really curious about that, and I'm wondering if we're going to see him again. We have to. That was such a strange little glimpse into the story. I feel like there's so much more to learn. Unlocked theater. Unlocked characters. Well, I unlocked theater, apparently. I don't know what that means. So the characters, I can look at the characters. The Master of Masters. A mysterious man who possesses an eye that can see into the future. He uses that knowledge to write the Book of Prophecies. No one knows whether his mischievous nature is calculated or true. He disappears after bestowing 5 of his 6 apprentices with a copy of the book. Dandelions. Oh, Ava's special union for exceptional Keyblade wielders. Nice. That guy is so cute. I feel like I've seen this guy before. This Chirithy thing. I feel like I've seen him in promotions for Kingdom Hearts 3, but maybe I might be completely wrong about that. I might just be recognizing him from this, from like seeing images of this stuff. And we haven't seen what Lucio actually looks like, so I wonder if it's someone that we've seen before as well, just like a young version of him. And I wonder what's in the black box. There's so much stuff that we don't know anything about. Well, that's really interesting. So I'm guessing all that stuff that we don't know about. Who the master is, who the master of masters is, what the box is, what the progression from Lucio, to Xehanort was. It seems like all of that might be answered in Kingdom Hearts 3. So it looks like, I don't know where theater, it said we unlocked theater. I don't know what that means though. Here, let me go back to this real quick. I'm wondering if that means there's something else that we can watch. Maybe if I press play. I don't know what that means. Before we move on, before we end, let me just make sure there's nothing else. It's hard to type. I have another band-aid on my hand and it's hard to type on my phone with it. Unlocked theater. What the heck does that mean? Uh-oh. I have no idea what that means. Well, that's fine. I guess we're all, we're pretty much all set here. Let me just, take a look at, I don't know if it's, I'm wondering if it's like an epilogue kind of thing, but probably not. So here's all the things we just saw. Heart and Key, ending. What was the ending? Was that the Lucia's thing? So we saw a case of Ira, a case of Envy. Obviously, we saw all of this, but we saw the case of Lucio, the Heart and Key, an ending. Oh, it's just that. The credits, basically. What's Heart and Key? Hold on, let me just check this real quick. I just want to make sure we're not missing anything. I don't know. Let me just turn the ending on real quick. Is that just the, it's just the credits, okay. Heart and Key, just this little look at Lucio with his box. And his, it says Heart and Key, so maybe it's a heart. A heart of some sort. Because that's the key. The detail on that Keyblade is so nice. People are probably going to be able to make really cool replicas, like with these really detailed
May
Keyblades.
my heart be my guiding key.
Okay. Well, I think we're all good. I think it's everything, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. I'm going to end it here. We are starting Kingdom Hearts 3 on Monday at 8 p.m. to 11 p.m. It's going to go for a few weeks. It will obviously, however long it takes to finish it. And we're going to maybe not do everything. Like, I'm not going to try to get everything and complete the game. Like, do a full completionist kind of thing. But we are going to get through everything in it. All the story and stuff. So I'll probably go back maybe later on. Like, sometime down the line and do a completionist version of myself. That's what I used to do. I would finish the game and then maybe a little while later do a completionist version of it and like try to get everything. Probably won't do that on here for the stream. I just want to get through the story and experience the story. But thank you, everyone. We'll see you for Kingdom Hearts 3. Hope you're excited. I'll be tweeting some things out about it to make sure people know that we're starting Kingdom Hearts 3 and they're interested in being here for it. So thank you, everyone, and I will see you on Monday. Good night.